What is going on, guys? Today we're looking at Team of the Season Matuidi, the new card from today's SBC of literally the only thing that's content right now. Honestly, I don't get how we've gone from Bundesliga having multiple 85x5s, we had multiple Team of the Season packs, we had just so much content. Like, I'm not necessarily complaining, but it was very overwhelming, just couldn't finish everything. But in now we've literally not had a single daily SBC. We've had what, 3 cards, 2 of them from obviously Team of the Season, 1 of them from Champions League. We've had 1 objective and now a second objective that's joined in from the MLS, or from the squad battles, I think it is. I don't understand. It's like literally we've just kind of like bottled it on almost the penultimate week right now. But Matuidi is kind of a sore subject. If you was to complete this card during his one to watch, he got a whopping 0 upgrades this year. I believe he was injured for a lot of this season, I want to say. In terms of his season, he's played 8 matches so far. I think it's more of a name, if anything. Obviously, generation-wise, he's been around since FIFA 10. He is, what, 34 years old. He is a 3-star left-footed. He has got solid player trait. And to be honest, the stats throughout are not awful. Like, yes, I do feel like he probably will feel still quite bulky, but he's got great agility balance. The composure's up there. Physicals, defending, everything looks actually quite nice. There is the shadow that you could go for that will give you 97 defending and 94 pace, taking him to a 93 CDM, or you can go with a catalyst which gives him 93 passing and 94 pace, and he still has that 91 defending. So that's personally what we've gone with today. I think the shadow does look a great option, but I feel like you get more benefits from the catalyst, as obviously the main aspect here is getting that pace up to 94. So let's jump into Matuidi. He's coming in at roughly 80 to 90k across the board, so relatively simple. I think it's an 84 and an 81 rated SBC. Nothing too testing really. So let's jump into Matuidi and see what he can do. Into Matuidi's first touch. What can we find from him? Let's have a look at this dribbling. Okay. Find it down the wing. Lovely. He's going to be a battler of the ball, as you can see there. Really nice in trying to win it back, which is always a nice little bonus if you've got a player like that, someone who can just literally just go and battle his way to get the ball back. Sometimes you end up lucky, sometimes you don't. We find Matuidi again. I feel like passing wise should be quite nice, obviously with this catalyst. It's a lovely outside of the foot. We managed to keep it as well. Matuidi watching. Seems nice on that defending. We can see the jock inside of him coming in quite nicely. He is one of them ones, like, I feel like back in the day, he was slightly okay, like PSG days I'm talking. Did he play for Real Madrid? I can't remember if he played for Real Madrid or not. For some reason, I've got him in my head for Real, but I know definitely he played for PSG, and I felt like that card was a lot better. We'll have a look at the generations, because I love any card that's been since FIFA 10. It's actually really sick to kind of go back, seeing as though if you have played like every version, you may not remember every single card because that is a long time ago and that obviously is a lot of cards, but you do remember snippets of it. I remember his footies card, I remember a lot of the man of the matches because they were like the new thing, and Matuidi obviously was kind of like throughout that generation as well, very much like the Chiellinis, the Thiago Silvas, obviously Ronaldo, Messi. So it is hard to see them kind of literally deteriorating. Like, I don't think we're too far away from obviously like Aguero becoming board fodder, with again Messi and Ronaldo becoming board fodder at some point. It's going to happen, which is going to be weird when for so long they've been like the best gold packs to get. Matuidi, yeah, his dribbling, he's still a little bit blocky in my opinion. Can we get it across? Not quite. Don't know what's going on there. He is still a little bit blocky. Obviously not the greatest of dribblers, which we knew. I feel like defensively feels solid, feels quite nice. Obviously gets in the way. He can jockey quite nicely. It's just kind of that dribbling aspect. It just holds a different weight in terms of animations. Back. There we go. Oh. We've lost the ball, but this is it. That's kind of like the main aspect that I'm going to really like from him. That it's not, I don't even know if it's called aggression, but it's just the fact that he is willing to really try and win the ball back, and the mixture of kind of like aggression, strength, just everything to really warrant getting that ball. That's a great run from him as well. What can we find? Little dink. It's not the greatest of crosses, but again, I do think Matuidi more than likely is going to be SBC fodder. I can't see him being anything other than that, really. He's just not going to fit into people's teams in comparison to the midfielders that we currently have in the game. Matuidi waiting for that free kick to happen, and then it's a lovely tackle. Like I say, defensively absolutely solid. Passing's going to be just absolutely exquisite. Going to find a look at that, lovely weighted straight into Bellingham. We're then on the attack, and it's just effortless for him. That's kind of what these sorts of players do. They have that kind of composure side of stuff, like I say, and then they have that passing element, because that's pretty much what they're used to. Like, we look at David Beckham back in his PSG days, he barely went past the second, he barely went past the halfway line, because he couldn't. Obviously, in general, like, he was he about 35 at that point, 38? So he's literally just using what he knows best, how to ping a ball. And that kind of translates into FIFA with obviously like Matuidi, with Xavi and Iniesta. Their pace just got absolutely bombarded because to be honest, they're not even that slow, but they've never been the speedsters of their career, really. So it is kind of like fitting. Matuidi is just running past everybody, but just manages to get tackled on the last minute. We're trying to find it back to him. Really want to goal with him, but in terms of kind of like I said with Dave Beckham, he just pinged the ball halfway line. That's all he needed to do. Every single match was obviously there was some running in it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying for a whole season he managed to stay in the box, but in terms of kind of like what this card's trying to represent, is more of an older Matuidi who's got the skill to obviously absolutely ping a ball. Pace wise maybe not as great, and again that kind of like leads to the agility balance. Big header from Matuidi, winning that back nicely. It's gone a bit quiet in this second half, really. And find the ball down a wing into Bellingham. Can we find a little chip into Mbappe? And it is straight at the keeper. Matuidi holding his own. I really wish that they'd give him like that 4-star skills, just to kind of give him that little bit of a boost into how to take on the opponents. Obviously, a lot of people can just naturally just go around people, but he's not necessarily known for his kind of like dribbling past 10 people. So it is a little bit more difficult with him being that slightly blocky build. Oh, I thought we may have just been able to kind of get him before the defender realised where we were going. Matuidi coming in for that interception. It's lovely. We find it down the wing. We find Maradona in. Maradona's going to go for the shot from a little bit of range. And why is Matuidi not straight on that? We've won it back, but it is going to be a foul apparently. So going into the overall for Matuidi, honestly, I wasn't expecting much from this card. He's 80k, and I think that screams what this card's all about. He is SBC fodder, unfortunately. And I thought, you know what, we give him a go, because stat-wise, across the board, if we look at the basics, it doesn't look awful. Like, he doesn't look awful. We've got decent passing. We've got a bit of agility balance, which is nice. Obviously, defending and physical, looking fantastic. Even the pace, 84, we can use that. We are usable in that. But I think it's the animations. He still feels blocky. He's obviously got the freestyle, which is natural for him. He's not necessarily been a prolific dribbler in his time. Obviously, way back when, he may have been that little bit better. And I did want to see, did he play for Real Madrid? No, he played for Juve. I don't know why I've got it in my head that he played for Real Madrid for some reason. This card's not Real Madrid, is it? No. Okay. So obviously we did get him back in FIFA 10. He then went up a little bit. We've got a team of the season. We then get man of the matches. Obviously we're hitting like the prime Matuidi era here. 91s. Then we got the Footmus. We then got flashback last year, 95, which again is nice, but I mean, as in, it still was blocky as hell. And then obviously this year we got his one to watch. I really wish we didn't, because basically you paid 20k for an 83 rated card, which you win some, you lose some. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But we have got this 91, potentially, well, I think for a lot of people, it's just going to be SBC, because realistically, it's so easy to complete. It's an 84, no team of the season, 65 chem, and then 80 chem from an 81 with an inform. So literally so easy to complete. You can just get this done with absolute untradeable fodder, and you get yourself a 91 plus 2 tradable packs. So always worth it. I think most definitely the price of the SBC is fantastic, because if we do look as well at what's a 91 rated card coming in, and I don't think the market is absolutely spiking right now, so it is double the value of obviously the cheapest, but again, you can get it done with complete untradables, no messing around. I really want to try this card out. He looks phenomenal. 650, we'll definitely be giving him a go. But in terms of Matuidi on his overall, good player, but I just think he's not fit for this game anymore. He is going to be SBC fodder, unfortunately. I'm going to give him a solid 8 out of 10. I do think he is kind of in that category. He can do bits, but compared to what we've got and what you've more than likely grinded towards in Team of the Season, I just don't think he's even going to fit on the bench. So hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you do like and subscribe and press the bell button. You'll get the alert, and then you can come and like the video again. But apart from that, see you for the next one. Peace.